Hello, it's me, Nathan Jeffrey again. This is going to be a blog post regarding be who you are and not what others expect. I know everybody's been watching my videos and they've been geared almost strictly towards network marketing training. This video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to touch on network marketing and how it relates to my business, because everything leads up to that. However, I'm also going to be covering a lot of self-esteem issues and feeling good about yourself. I remember years ago when I was in high school, I wasn't the jock, the popular guy, or any of those things. In fact, I grew up in a real small town, and at some points in high school I was very unpopular and hung out with the stoner crowd and got a lot of teasing, got a lot of bullying. And I look back on it now, and while that was a negative time in my life for that short period, I haven't let that affect who I am today. Now, how did I come full circle to where I am now? I did a lot of personal development. I'm a big fan of Jim Rohn, and you'll see a lot of reference to Jim Rohn in my videos and in my blog. I had to learn, I had to study, I had to literally, at times, as oddly as it sounds, look in a mirror and tell myself that I was worth something. Now, high school kids really struggle, I think, across the board. Some of the bullies, you're going to see one trait with bullies in high school a lot that I think rings true, that a lot of them bully people, not just because they're bigger or more dominant, but because they have deeper seated issues as far as their own personal view of themselves. And a lot of them are trying to live up to parental expectations, societal expectations. Now, how does this relate in my business now? The way it relates is this. I've had a lot of people tell me, you really shouldn't do your videos like that, it's unprofessional. And my retort to that, of course, is I am who I am. I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of what I do, and I'm not going to buckle to that. There again, I've had commentary on my content. You ought to have these fancy cars, and you ought to have, a gorgeous home, and you ought to wear a suit and a tie, and you ought to. Again, getting back to my title. Be who you are, not what others expect. So, that's my challenge to everyone. Be who you are. If people like you, great. If they hate you, hey, that's fine. That's on them, not on you. I thank you for your time. Have a good night.